minute, please, or a second you can spare? Does anyone see that the world has changed, or does anybody really care? What happened to the world we know when we love the neighbor as ourselves? It seems we left that time behind. Looks like we need some help. Wait a minute now.
Hello, everyone. It's Melanie Denise Cunningham, your Peace Queen here. And you already know I'm so excited about the People's Gathering that's coming up on October 10th. Hercules, Hercules. I'm so excited. And with me today is one of our speakers. He's actually going to open up General Session 1. Chuck Shelton is in the house from Greatheart Consulting. Hey, Chuck. Hey, Chuck.
Hi, Melanie. How you doing?
Oh, it's so good to see you. It's been a long time.
Here we go again.
And here we go again because it's an
Yep.
emergency. I mean, the national rhetoric and local things that we have going on that is so focused on hate and discourse and all this that it is a call to unity. And when I was putting the program together, your face came up in my mind. I mean, right away when I called you, I'm like, Chuck, okay, I need you, because this is what you do. So why don't we tell our viewers really quickly what Greatheart Consulting is, because you're the CEO of that.
You bet. Yeah. So we do inclusive leadership development and we help build courageous cultures. Our focus is on two things. One, how do I build a point of view as an inclusive leader and get really good at doing that with people on my team, in my sphere of influence, and how do I pay attention to systems, culture, brand, practices at the organizational level so that it can be sustained and have a much wider impact than any one person's leadership.
I love this so much. I mean, for real, you're speaking words that many people that come from your background just it hasn't resonated with them. They've not had the practical experience. They didn't have that aha moment as it pertains to race. And what I found most recently in my work is that the aha moments came when George Floyd was murdered in
That's
their
right.
face. So the People's Gathering, as you know, is this professional development space that really helps people to talk about race and to process and to understand and to do it unapologetically and not with the messy stuff that comes with it. So tell us exactly what kind of knowledge nuggets are you going to drop for us at the People's Gathering in your presentation? Because you're setting the context why you use our strategy.
So, I mean, for me in the work, as I mentioned already, what's core is us owning our own story, of us being personally responsible for what's been true, what we've learned, what we're concerned, conflicted, afraid of, how to do it in relationship with people, and then how to ask the questions about what are the implications of that into communities and organizations and companies and all manner of kinds of the social construction of human life. To me, so that's the context part. Is like what'd you get born into?
Exactly.
What opportunities have come your way? And I hear so often from white folks who are engaging in the work, well, I didn't even meet a Black person until I was 22. And sometimes in our narratives, we have deflated our own psychological standing. We feel like, well, we don't really belong in the story. So to me, context is so powerful because it invites us to own the context of our lives, of our professional lives, and then it invites us to say, how do I build from there? How do I go from me to we?
Yeah.
And when kindness and simple human care and critical thinking and other aspects of adult life that we previously probably have taken for granted are so up for grabs, whether it's, and we can point to social media, but if it was only social media, we wouldn't be suffering from the hate that we are experiencing now. So a part of dealing and taking responsibility for our context is not only to kind of think about our story and who we are now and how we can grow grow next, but it's thinking about how are we influencers in the places in our families, over the Thanksgiving dinner table, wherever we are. How do we be sources of love and peace and kindness and resolving conflict and candor So I'm pretty dialed into the human element in this, because you can't be a leader, whether it's in your own life or in a project team you're on or in a community organization or as a people manager, unless you take ownership of your personal context. And then I think why unity is so crucial is that none of us are islands. None of us live on our own. We all are in families, teams, relationships, where we have a stake in how, me goes to we, and we kind of becomes the royal we, or the us. We're all in it together here, because all this manifests in circles out from that rock in the pond.
That's so beautiful. And I say this to all my friends all the time, those that check the white box on the census form. It's your season. It's your turn. I mean, we find ourselves in this iteration of the civil rights humanitarian movement. And before, Black folks were sitting on buses and marching and getting beat. I mean, we had our allies, but we need white folks in masses out front. And so this is important to have this space at the People's Gathering, where we get to have your message on the main platform. And then when we go into the race dialogues, we can dig a little deeper. So thanks a lot so much. I mean, I'm a Wakanda you. Ooh. October the 10th.
Love it.
Chuck Shelton will be in the house. Thank you, Chuck, so much.
See y'all soon. Thanks so much, Melanie, for all your leadership.
Yeah.
You just need you and I to bring you N-I-T-Y. Let me hear you say you and I, U-N-I-T-Y.